Look very.
I did keep going into that song. I love that. It keep going. You driving the bus?
I mean,
the thing is, you really haven't driven in a long time. So I mean, that's kind of exactly. You got to get used to doing that. What's going on, guys? We are back.
What up, Johnny on the flips?
Hey! Johnny Flip, what's going on? That's right.
Damn it with the
Niner. Hashtag Niner gang, baby. Make it go viral. Loving it.
Y'all talking real big about Trey right now, too.
Hell yeah. Well,
really
we can't talk.
Allowed to hit you.
We can't talk. We can't talk big about Jimmy. Monica say, put the light back on. See, there we go. Bingo. We're not held to artistic restriction like it was on the previous show because they kept us in the back. Like we couldn't come back out. Like we kept saying, hey, we could have been on fire over here and you didn't bring us back out. So I guess apparently it is what it is.
We came on time of one discussed.
We did.
What are you so upset about?
It was after. He ended up bringing us in like at 48 minutes.
Good call.
Yeah, we're supposed to be on time.
What would happen if you were at Walmart?
$200. $200. But we are back. And I would say better than ever, but we're the same.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great show.
It is gonna be a great show. But I will say appreciate Timmy Turbo, Johnny on the flip side, man. I appreciate y'all going over to Unapologetic Instructors. We're really trying to push that channel, man. Like we have a lot of good content that we started putting out over there. And I'm trying to share
mail day.
Yeah, mail call is
good.
Mail call is really good. And like I know that I was supposed to do a mail call, but I got over anxious and then just opening my air fryer. So
that was selfish of you.
It was selfish of me. But it was an air fryer. It had to do with food. So sue me. It had to do with food.
You should have recipes.
I probably will have recipes. But I gotta try it. I gotta try the stuff first, man. I can't like.
You gotta eat it in front of the people.
I do, but I'm not gonna.
Blind reaction.
As we know from our previous friends over there at Unapologetic Instructors, apparently I make gummy chicken.
Well, I've heard that.
Yeah, from one person. He talking about gummy chicken.
Well, I mean, if you fucked up the chicken, bro, you fucked up the chicken.
Oh, I'm gonna invite him over here. Hold on, we're gonna copy this. We're gonna go to Messenger. Hold on, we're going to see if we can't bring him in here to talk about the gummy chicken.
It did not come with toilet paper though. There, Turbo.
It did not. But my chicken was not gummy. I ate it, ended up being just fine. We sent it over here to him. Maybe he might come back in here. We'll see. We'll see how this goes.
Very upset by this
because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being told I eat gummy chicken.
You're the one who brought it up. I just said you should make some recipes and eat it, and you're like, no, I gotta try it first. And it's like, no, like you're supposed to blind react with it, and you're like, oh, like you got all upset. This is a little crazy.
So we're gonna click through some of these. We've been reading them, but not clicking on them. So we're gonna give Johnny on the flip side. We're gonna hashtag Go Niners. Monica say, put the ring light back on.
I did.
Say, so does that necklace come with a roll of toilet paper?
No,
it does not.
We answered these.
Okay,
without you clicking on, remember? Because you were busy clicking.
They're good people. That's right, Timmy. Like these guys. Like this is. The thing is about it, man. Like this is the first time that something like that has happened. Like when you have basically a conglomerate, or you have multiple instructors or multiple people coming into one channel.
Yeah. And
I think everybody's contributing to the channel. So, I mean, this is something that is really unprecedented. There's no mold to fit into. We are like, basically, it was a trailblazer. Yeah. We're just putting the stuff out unapologetically, not drinking the Kool-Aid. No Kool-Aid drinking. But
I like Kool-Aid.
I do. Like, I really do. Like, myself, first for me checking out the channel, need more JD with your chicken. What? What's JD?
Jack Daniels?
Jack Daniels with the chicken? Possibly.
That's the only JD I know.
What's going on, Slip Dog? Hey, I appreciate you coming out and checking out the channel, man. Hey,
welcome.
Ding, ding, ding. I don't have any dumb things to make you go, woo. I don't have that. But thank you.
Thanks for stopping
Thanks for stopping by, man.
Have a nice day.
Hey, like, comment, subscribe, man. Let's get this live going. Let's get everybody that we can in here. We're gonna have some fun tonight.
Sean is up.
Because what we're gonna do, man, we gotta make this. We gotta make this. Because the thing is, it's a year since one of our best friends passed away. So we got to make this. We got to make it popping for our
hashtag Weimer.
For our tail gunner.
A whole lot of hashtags going on.
Exactly. Hashtag tail gunner. Hashtag. Ooh, I almost spelled hashtag.
Tic-tac-toe symbol, baby.
Thanks, Tim.
Tic-tac-toe symbol.
Hashtag tail gunner. There we go. Make that go viral, guys. Hashtag tail gunner. Weimer was he was one of these guys that was really influential, like not necessarily just on my channel, but also on different channels that were actually here at Prime. I know he was really influential in pushing, like he would be really proud, like how Unapologetic Instructors is really going.
Yeah. He
would be on there doing his Safety Tim videos. Like that stuff was that was great, man. I miss that dude.
Always wear.
Oh yeah.
Always wear dirty underwear.
Always wear dirty underwear.
Biggest safety tip.
No. Always drink blue Gatorade.
That too.
Because apparently, if you have another type of liquid in any other color of Gatorade, it don't change colors. But if you put that particular liquid into a bottle of blue Gatorade, it changes the color. So just to make sure that you ain't drinking what you putting out. Hashtag tail gunner. That's right, Monica. Get it going. Get it going.
Is really big on these
man,
1-in-1s.
Man, I go to the man's room and come back to y'all. Scared me for a second.
Sorry about that, bro.
Hey, man, sorry to scare you, man. Like
what we do.
And then yep, hashtag that's mine, obviously. Timmy Turbo, appreciate it, man. Hashtag tail gunner. And there you go, Monica. Appreciate it. Putting that hashtag tail gunner out there. I've seen his videos. Yep. Like he had like some of his videos, man, that dude was just like, that's how he was on the pad. Like, you know,
yeah, that was Tim in everyday life.
Oh yeah. Like that dude, like he had, like there was, the thing is about out here, whenever you end up training on the pad, especially when you get a whole bunch of A-type personalities, you're going to have a lot of clashing. You're going to have a lot of people that don't necessarily get along, or there's one particular person that you don't necessarily get along with.
Right.
Nobody could say that about Weimer. Everybody got along with Tayden.
Him and Tatum have always had a
but there's a lot of people. The thing is, you cannot tell me that they don't have, like, because Tatum still even showed up for the memorial.
Yeah, they just had an ongoing feud.
It was like a fun feud. The thing is that, man, like we got to make this one freaking popping. So I was thinking, like we do, like almost kind of like a trucking stories kind of deal, because he would be deep into doing trucking stories. Trucking stories. So I think trucking stories. We'll talk about some veteran stuff because he was a vet. He was a Navy vet. Which the thing is, where tail gunner came from, and the thing is, like with Navy, like anybody that's in the military, they still we tend to want to mess with the civilian population just to kind of like just poke at y'all. So
appreciate you.
It's funny.
Glad I'm amusing. Glad civilians amuse you military.
It is. Folks. So I will say this.
There goes my support for you, bastards.
Whenever I was in a station in Oklahoma, now mind you, I was in the Navy, so you're in a naval base
in the middle of the country,
in the middle of the freaking country with no ocean. But we did have a lake that was right near the base. So to be honest, we had a aviation unit that was there. That's why we were there. But we would tell the civilians, they would always ask us, why the hell is the Navy here? And we go like, well, like what you didn't realize was over here at the lake, we actually had a training submarine that is used for into murky water. It helps test out sonar and all this other stuff. Made it really believable. Most of the people started believing it. So like it started messing with them. And honestly, if you're going to go with it, I'm going with it. I'm just going to keep pushing. Now, Tim was the same way. So Tim would get people because he was actually attached to one of the first units that had the F-14 Tomcat. So Tomcat like that, you know, like Top Gun, like but he was one of the first units that had that plane. So the thing was, when people asked him at the pad, like, okay, what were you, what'd you do? Oh, I was a tail gunner on the F-14. And people started believing it. So we started his nickname on, so we put him on paintball. His nickname on the team, because we all had our own nicknames, was Tail Gunner.
Tail Gunner.
So that's where that came from. So hey, rest in peace, Tail Gunner, man. We miss you. Most indubitably. Yeah, man, because you imagine like some of the stuff, like especially within this last year, like how he would have taken some of this stuff that's been going on.
Oh man. He would have thrown
a fit.
Yeah, he wouldn't have known what to do with himself.
Exactly.
He'd have been sideways.
But yeah, so these are some of the stuff. Wear dirty underwear, drink blue Gatorade, don't eat the yellow snow. Exactly, man. That was Tim to a T, man. Like that was him.
Wish we had more of those videos.
Yeah, seriously. Like, man, we really do. We wish we had more. Like, it just didn't happen. We got to get like a collage. I know we have videos of him because, man, that dude was a dancer. Like you put music to him, and that guy was like cranking show tunes every morning. And we're talking like at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
You come out in the 60s, 70s.
You wouldn't know because you ain't up before freaking.
I see it. I see it. Because he does it at noon too.
Oh, well, hold on. We're gonna do this real quick.
Here we go.
So yeah, we bringing in Dirty over here.
Bro, this guy's so mad, bro.
What you mad about?
What was I mad about? I forget.
He's mad about some gummy chicken.
Oh yeah. So the thing is, I'm talking like because I was gonna do the mail call, but I decided not to, and I had the air fryer, right? So I decided to be like, oh, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to actually he's talking about doing some recipes. And I was like, well, since somebody over at Unapologetic think I only do gummy chicken.
He got real mad.
It wasn't gummy.
That shit was gummy, motherfucker. Gummy and blood.
It wasn't gummy chicken. I ate it and I was just fine.
That shit looked like goddamn that's the best friend lady.
It looked like Taylor legs. Hey man,
that is half cooked, bro. Taylor legs are half cooked.
We're kind of doing a little thing over here because for Weimer, give your favorite Weimer moment, man.
Hey, shout out to Weimer, man. Really, you know this right here, the anniversary.
Hey. We're doing Weimer moments over here, man. Give your favorite Weimer moment.
Shit, the favorite Weimer moment I had. Early in the morning, me and him sitting out on the pad. He's showing me them old nasty-ass tar filters he had put on his cigarettes.
That's right.
And tell me that the shit I'm smoking gonna kill me. No, that's that shit. You go ahead and take all that shit in, baby.
We're dedicating the video we're doing today. We're doing that for Weimer, so that's why we're pushing that hashtag tail gunner. We're pushing that out there, man.
Oh shit! Yeah,
yep.
He did fool a dumbass.
He fooled a lot of dumbasses.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, like he did fool a jackass with that. With it, I mean, I had to tell one of his former students that just came back today when she asked about it. It really kind of it struck a nerve, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's not a lot that I keep the memory there because hell, I wouldn't be with the friendship me and him had, him and Justin meeting them. Those are the only two people that talked to me on the pad when I first got here.
Right.
So without him or without Justin, I wouldn't have had, well, I would have had the motivation, but I wouldn't have had the camaraderie that I have.
Yep.
I still would have been closed off in my truck, not talking to nobody. So Weimer made sure, him like Justin, two jackasses that made you talk to him.
You wasn't getting around that shit.
Wanted to or not, you was gonna talk to them two.
Yeah.
And Weimer early in the morning, like, I mean, he would be amazed to see what me and him started 4 years ago with everybody working this early in the mornings.
Oh yeah. Remember his show tunes in the morning, blaring them out of his
Oh
damn
my
truck?
God damn. What, I don't know how the hell he can still hear. He was one of a kind.
Yes, sir. Freaking hashtag tail gunner. Hats off to the Weimer, man. Like, we miss you.
Yeah, we definitely miss you, bro.
Yo. But hey, man, we're pushing your channel over here. We got Monica coming over here pushing hashtag tail gunner. So she's pushing it. But hey, that was a good live that y'all did, man. Like, I'm pushing everybody what I can over to you. So that's the unapologetic instructors over there. I told them, man, like, what we're doing over there it's something that hasn't ever been done before. This is new territory.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
I mean, it really is. We groundbreaking with it. I mean, there'll be others that can duplicate, but I mean, that can try to imitate, but they can never duplicate. You feel me?
exactly.
So,
but there's going to be a lot of good stuff coming from that channel, I think.
Absolutely. Especially with that guy in charge of it.
Yeah. Especially with him. Exactly. I was going to say, man, Weimer would definitely be proud of everything that's going on, man. I was telling like he'd be on there doing his safety Tim videos on a regular.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, it was never a person that could say a bad word about a guy like that.
See, that's what I was saying. Not a single person could really.
Y'all don't talk to Tayden enough, man. Tayden had a lot of bad words for that guy.
Weimer was crazy. That motherfucker weird.
I think from what my understanding is Weimer trained him through the night program.
But can you imagine the conversations in that guy doggone truck?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
What?
I think
that's how they kept going back and forth because Tayden came through the night program, and Tim was his instructor through the night program.
Oh, okay.
When he was working in house on that.
Hey, you got a Weimer moment. Because today marks the anniversary of his death. You got a Weimer moment?
See, no. D had to knock on the back of his head to rattle some of the memory loose. Come on, man. I know you got a Weimer moment. Put it out there.
I really don't. Oh, I got to hold the phone close to him because he don't talk like a man.
Northern voice. Not really a Weimer moment. He was just a cool dude to me. You know, and that's how I'm always gonna remember it, man.
That's your moment, bro.
That's a weird moment.
It was always cool to me.
It was always cool to me.
That's a great time you have with Weimer, bro. Always being cool.
Ahead of him.
Yo, Missy said Daryl looked like a white stuck-up snob.
What legs at around here? Legs ain't even show up today.
Legs.
Oh, Timmy Two-Tone?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Two-Tone.
He's somewhere around here right now.
Wasn't he supposed to go do something today, or like he was going somewhere, wasn't he?
I don't know.
He's a northern guy. He had to have his truck in the shop. He couldn't figure out that his thermostat was bad.
Well, you know.
That's you can't change him, unfortunately. But
hey man, I throw my truck in the shop for whatever too.
Yeah,
you're gonna need to go in the shop.
So at 2:00 in the morning, gonna hit me. But
all right.
Hey, I'm a huge fan of PrimeTimeFitz and Justin, of course. You know what I'm saying?
It's in the mail, bro.
I definitely appreciate y'all having us on. I definitely appreciate y'all pushing the unapologetics because y'all are unapologetic, both of y'all.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I took a trip over to Fresh Rags too, bro.
Oh yeah, bro.
Oh,
he
yeah.
got some good
I took
stuff
a trip
going
over
on.
there today. I like it.
Definitely a good dude, man. So definitely want to check him out. He got love. He got love for the drivers. He got love for the game, period.
Yeah.
Go check them out. All right, man. We'll let you go, man. I'll see you tomorrow. But hey, everybody out here, that's going to be Dirty from the Unapologetic Instructors. He's going to go ahead and get out of here. Everybody go over to his page, subscribe, like, comment, ring the bell. Drop him go ahead and drop him a hashtag trim the beard and a hashtag tail gunner.
Hey, no doubt, man. Hey, y'all keep it on the beard shit.
All right, man. I'll see you later.
Y'all be easy, man. Hey, have fun, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. All right. So, did hashtag tail gunner ever sing to you about Oklahoma where the wind goes sweeping down the plains? He wasn't stationed in Oklahoma. He very rarely ever went to Oklahoma.
He sang that song a bunch of times.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, good old Timmy. Turbo, can you train a garbage man, turn a G-man into OTR trucking? Might be possible. Might be impossible. No, we've trained a lot of different people.
Train a garbage man. Turn a G-man into an OTR.
I want to go OTR because you wouldn't click ahead.
Oh, well, I didn't realize that.
It's like a kind of dice. I like to poke a lot of fun to it. Yeah. I want to go OTR, but I'm too broke. Money, any advice? Oh, yeah, peg leg is dirty shorts. What? Okay. But
you can't be too broke to go OTR.
No, we've had people that literally had zero, like nothing, like negative, honestly. And coming out here and now like they're extremely successful. It can be done.
Like coming out here costs you $0.
Exactly.
So if you already have a license, come out here still costs you $0.
Exactly. So I said the hashtag tail gunner. Yeah, we already got to that one. Turbo, can you train a garbage man, turn a G man into an OTR truck? Might be impossible. No, I don't think it's impossible. We've trained a lot of different people. I think it can be done.
Yep.
Yeah. You've trained pirates?
I have. Pirates are my people, man.
Yep. She's trained
they
pirates.
Are my people.
I've trained a doctor, which always the thing about it too is I've come to find out the ones that end up having like degrees that have a lot of education end up being
the worst.
They are the more difficult ones to train because they have to overanalyze everything.
They're fucking smart, man.
Exactly.
This ain't a smart man's job.
No, it's not. It really is not. I mean, heck, we do it. We do it fairly successfully, and we're not very smart. Well,
I overthink pre-trip.
Yeah, you do. In a championship setting.
Yes.
Overthought it.
Yep.
Overthought the test. Everything.
I was over-prepared.
Well, yeah, man, if you want to come on out here, man, just go ahead and give it a try, man. Just take the leap. Give it a jump. I say I'm behind a few minutes, but I did hear that a Navy guy was playing show tunes. Y'all making that too easy for an Army vet. Hey, man.
It's a fact.
It is facts. It is facts, though.
And
but the thing is, too, is like as
we do with that what you must.
Exactly.
Just remember, he's dead, though. So
exactly. So have some respect.
Put some respect on his name.
But we always welcome any kind of Army bashing. You want to do Navy bashing. The thing is, if the Army's going to have to type it in, we're going to have to translate that because we have to bring it up to our level. So, down here, you got to bring it up.
Here we go.
All right. Slip Dog 04 jump seat he has a Class A.
Hey.
Which makes sense because, the garbage trucks have to have a Class A.
No, Class B.
The Class B?
Depends on the truck. Like if you're hauling the trailer with it, then you need an A. But
if
you're just doing regular garbage.
Hey, if you already got the Class A, man, come on out. Just do it.
It costs you nothing to come over. Like it doesn't even matter if you come to Prime at that point.
True.
But I feel like we're being trolled at this point.
That's good. That's a good point. Hey, everyone, hit that like and borrow my leg. Smash the ding-dong bell. Yes, sir. Appreciate it, Peg Leg, man. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell. Man, share this live out. We want to try to get as many people to watch this for Weimer. Put hashtag Tail Gunner. We're trying to do this for him, man. It's been 1 year today.
Old Pops.
Yep. Is the money in leasing? Yeah. Doing it properly, I think there's the money in leasing.
Yeah. Like there's money in everything.
True. You got to find your hustle. I mean, we're both company drivers and we do fairly well.
Right.
That's
also because of training and stuff like that.
Exactly. Which, I mean,
there's
how long
have ways to make more if you want it.
Exactly. Slip Dog, how many years have you had your Class A? Because if you had it longer than 2 years, you can do pre-CDL training. I think you have to be at Prime for how long? For what?
90 days.
Is it 90 days before you can take the trainer's certification course? But go ahead and do it, man. I'm telling you, we're here for you. We can help you out. My recruiter won't let me take the jump to Prime. Hashtag hire Timmy Turbo. Hashtag hire Timmy Turbo.
Tail Gunner said so.
Exactly. Tail Gunner would endorse you, good sir. He definitely would. I'm sure you guys would have a whole bunch of bullshit to talk about.
Oh, good gosh.
Yeah.
That could be a conversation within its own.
Like, it's almost like I'm like when some of the stuff of what he says between him and Peg is like I'm talking to Weimer. I mean, this is some of the stuff that I see is some of the stuff I could hear coming out of his mouth.
I think Peg knew Weimer.
Probably.
From the previous comment.
So, like, wait, let's see. Like, because Weimer, you always say a good Weimer story. Remember, Weimer always used to say that a hot dog is a sandwich. It's just like, yeah. So, Weimer used to say that a hot dog was a sandwich. And we would argue.
We present that question to you. Now.
Exactly. Everybody out here, can you give me an idea? Is a hot dog a sandwich? I'm saying that it stands on its own. We all think that it stood on its own. Even the president of the Hot Dog and Sausage Council, we consulted the president.
We did.
El Presidente. We said the hot dog stands on its own. And Weimer said no.
No.
Because he said, how do you define a sandwich? Meat in between two pieces of bread.
Correct.
Isn't that a hot dog? We're like, no, because technically the bun's not split. And so we said this. I'm like, okay, Subway is a sandwich shop. Can you go into Subway and order a hot dog? No. That's when he would get mad and walk away.
And we call him a Democrat.
Exactly. We call him a Democrat, then he's pissed off at us for the rest of the day.
He didn't talk to us anymore. He went to sleep. He was old, so he forgot. Came back the next day. We reminded him. He would talk to us again.
Hey, I know that you were Army. I know we all make some different decisions. Just saying.
Wow.
I've said the same thing to her husband. The thing is, you got to admit, though, some of your Army guys are a little in the head. They're saying.
Wow.
Some of them are. Some of them are in the Navy, too. But just sometimes I have to put a filter.
I mean, like, they didn't trust some of y'all so much they put you in a big tube and sent you underwater.
I didn't do that,
They tried
though.
to drown you bitches.
They did. We're drown proof. Class B for trash truck, but ran pump trailers too. I had an A for 6 years, no OTR experience.
So you would have to come through the training program and stuff like that.
You just have to do the 15,000 miles, right? Depending. When was the last time that you
6
had
years with no OTR? Like, I doubt. Like, he's probably gonna have to come do a refresher and then do the 30.
Go 30? Yeah.
Depends on how they judge your experience. You
True.
know what I mean? Like, so that's why when we were talking with the other dude,
Right.
I mean, like, it just comes down to your experience, what you got. But they're not really gonna get into it with you until, like, they're not really willing to have that conversation until they verify your experience and all that.
Right.
So they're not really getting too deep in the conversation until you fill out the application and
Exactly.
show that you want to come out here.
And that's the thing is too, is like it's getting actually, I would say, even more difficult to get to Prime, because what I've seen, I've had a couple people actually put in applications and they've gotten really, really strenuous, which makes no sense because some of the PSDs that have been coming through here have been a little
Right, but I think that's the thing is that we're growing so quick, so fast that, you know what I mean? Like they've been easy on who they bring in on. That's what I said though. I feel like they would make them come through, do the refresher. Like if you haven't really pulled a trailer or anything like that, and with zero OTR experience, like they're probably gonna make you come through, do the PSD as a refresher,
Right.
To the combination stuff, and then send you out for 30, and then be
True.
done.
Fair play. Like, you guys. The thing is about it, like if you guys don't understand like what's going on with this too, it's like between Navy, Army, all of the branches. Look at it like a one big family. Like we all poke fun at each other, but if you have someone that comes from outside the family, i.e., civilian or Space Force, comes into it and then wants to try to razzle on everybody, that ain't happening. It's one big giant family. Obviously, the Navy, Army, Marine Corps, Air Force, Coast Guard, and Space Force. We all raised the hand and said that we will support and defend the Constitution, support and defend the country. So I mean, hats off to all the veterans, and also, hey, remember, wear red for remember everyone deployed. It's Red Friday.
I thought it was Black Friday.
It was Black Friday over there, but every Friday is RUD. Remember everyone deployed. So that's why you wear red on Fridays.
Every Friday?
Yep.
You have to wear red every Friday?
Prime does that too. Actually, all the in-house associates, they all wear red every Friday.
Huh.
Remember everyone deployed.
We'll have to start wearing black on Friday.
Hashtag RED. Oops, no, that's not a hashtag.
Red rub. Tic-tac-toe symbol.
Oops.
Good God.
E. Hashtag remember everyone deployed. But yeah, so it's always fair play out here, brother. Timmy Turbo, yes to what?
Something he said earlier.
Pretty much, probably.
My recruiter. Oh, probably our hashtag Jim.
Oh
Timmy
yeah.
Turbo and
Bread beard. What the hell? Bread beard. Bread's a beard.
Huh.
Okay. All right. May I ask this? Does your hot dog have a first name? Good God.
OSCAR.
Yeah. Does your
question was that?
Does your hot dog have a last name? Why you're? All right. Need some home time and looking to net $2,000 a week driving commercial truck for 20 years, manual transmission only. Why is that? Why is manual transmission only?
Good luck with that.
Yeah, because it's one. So the thing is, and we have this, and this obviously is obviously don't take it personally there, Slip Dog, but it's the thing is, the whole nation is going to, like, the whole industry is really going to automatics.
Automated, but yes.
But automated so it's an automated manual transmission, just Prime turns the manual portion off of it. But that's the way that the industry is going. And the thing is, it's going to be kind of the deal with paper logs. Eventually, it's just they're going to go away. And I think that could happen.
E-logs are going to go away.
Not e-logs, like manual
Paper
transmissions.
Paper logs went away.
Yeah.
Manual
So I think
transmissions will go away.
Exactly.
There's still some old dogs in the game.
Exactly. And we got respect for the old dogs. The thing is, though, too, that whenever people are like they're like, well, I'm gonna pay $8,000 to put the manual transmission into the Freightliner. Why? The thing is, like, dude, like, you're gonna put that transmission and the engine were engineered together. They're meant to be together.
Right.
So I mean, the thing is, it's like you're gonna wonder why you're sitting at the shop.
But look, man, like I was a dude that was old dog new tricks. I mean, I drove for almost 10 years before I drove an automated truck, and it was hard at first, man. It's hard to let go. There's things I like about the manual over the automated.
Same thing here,
but not enough to hate it.
No,
like, bro, slip going uphill with a cruise on and just chilling. Like, bro, there's nothing. I mean, after my first like 3 or 4 hills with that, I'm like, yo, I like this. I kind of like this.
My biggest epiphany moment was whenever, like in Los Angeles, like going through stop and go traffic.
Yeah, but we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Like I just put it in third gear and laughed at people cutting in front of me like we were going faster or something.
Yeah. Hashtag RED. Yep. I said, I'll take all the training Prime can give me. Yeah. The thing is about, can he net $2,000 a year being a lease operator? I think he can.
$2,000 a year?
No, a week, not a year. We would hope that you would get $2,000 a year. But I think he can net $2,000 a week.
But like if you play again, it's about how you play your cards.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like so many people are like, yo, got to push it to the floor, get all this other good stuff. Man, whether you want to admit it or not, like these trucks moving a little slower are getting better fuel mileage.
Right.
Not that I agree with this concept. You know what I mean? Like, but Prime looks at the fuel surcharge as a profit margin.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, so when they negotiate their contracts, yeah, our price on the original contract is a little lower. That's because we're getting the fuel surcharge at this rate, which we can then turn into a profit margin.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because we're getting it at 6 and the truck is making 8.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so if you're playing your cards the right way, man, like you can make well more than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, then if you want to start looking into training and doing this and doing, you know what I mean? Like you upgrade the price tag again. And so everything is out there to make you money.
Oh, and
what part of the country are you in?
Ace Lease is coming back.
Ooh.
Ace Lease is coming back. So what that means for the Ace Lease is basically so you can end up purchasing your truck. And Prime does have something which I don't think a lot of companies have, is the micro fleets.
Right.
And where you can have multiple trucks and you're getting profit from those multiple trucks. And Robert has no problem doing that because at the end of the day, he's still getting his money. That's what he always has said in the DAB meetings. Like, well, he wants his 27% or 28%. I'm going to get my 28%. Of course.
Well, it's like I used to tell the class too, though, man. It's like Rob has no problem helping you become a millionaire.
Very true.
Just makes him a bigger billionaire.
Exactly. Money.
He knows how to make money. He wants to help you make money. He's not against it. He'll help you build a fleet of your own trucks.
Exactly. I say, hold on. Fitz is getting demanding today. Hey man, it's just a different. It's today is different. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, you're wearing red.
Yeah.
This is the first Friday you wore red, bro.
No, really?
Yeah.
I've worn it before.
You didn't wear it last week.
No.
Guess what? It was Friday. Were we not supposed to remember last Friday?
I remember it. So Fitz is getting demanding today. Well, I'm trying to do it. I'm kind of on a motivated side of this.
He's very unapologetic instructor. The Black Friday thing got this school going.
That's a good point. Like when I'm coming into this and now I'm coming into it primed, I'm like, okay, we're good to go. Exactly.
It wasn't gummy chicken.
Manual is my experience, but I would love to drive an auto. Do it, man. Like, do it.
Come on over here, bro. That's all we got.
Exactly. Supposed to start orientation on the 15th. All right, man. Congratulations.
Where are you headed to?
Yeah. Well, where are you out of, Jeff? Because we can answer that question.
What terminal are you going to?
Exactly. Hope to meet y'all after I get my CDL. I am fairly recognizable from almost any angle. So you can meet me on the pad. You'll see me.
You can meet me in the schoolyard.
Will you be back by then?
August 15th.
September.
September 15th, he said?
Mm-hmm. You might be down still.
Hey, hopefully. I was going to say August 17th is my next.
I wouldn't give a shit if it was a manual or automatic, just as long as I don't have to pay for it. Go company. That's right, Timmy. I like the way you think. It's like when you order a truck with the Millennial Anti-Theft device. Look, dude. From my experience, the only truck that Timmy's going to be driving is an automatic anyway.
Timmy's still working on trying to be able to drive the truck. Let's take one step at a time here.
The engine and manual are matched the same as the automated transmission and engine. Not as much as what they used to be. The thing is now the new the DD15.
You're telling me like
the DD15. Basically, the automated transmission was actually it's paired. All the engineering actually went through it to where it was that's what it was meant for. Because even Freightliner's making it more and more expensive to actually add the option of the 10-speed Eaton Fuller into it. because they
Yes.
know that it's going to mess with the engineering and the MPGs and the optimization of what that engine has.
Like this day and age, they upcharge you to get a manual in it.
Exactly.
That's freaking crazy.
The thing is, we know because we've talked to OEMs. We've talked to, we've had the Freightliner reps. We've talked to them. This is what they said. So take your peg leg and shove it.
What is it? Why? Because it's the millennial anti-theft device?
No, the whole the manual are matched the same way. Like, not as much as you would think.
I'm telling you, bro, I think I can outshift the automated thing. Like,
Well, yeah, because
Prime likes to tell us that it gets better fuel mileage. And I tell people, like, you're comparing apples to fucking oranges, though. That's not even a fair comparison.
True.
Because they gave the automated truck 2 extra fucking gears.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, give me the extra 2 gears and watch what I can do with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
give me an 18 speed and see how fuel efficient I get. So you hire out of Central Florida? Absolutely. For right now.
Right. Florida is an up and down spot for us because we get so many people.
Exactly.
And there's very limited freight in that direction.
And I think that I think that right now, yes, we are. But the thing is, here probably within the next couple months or so, we're probably going to start turning it down because of all the amount of TNTs that we're going to have during the holiday season trying to get back home for Christmas. And that was what was the hard thing, was because we didn't have the freight. We have the freight going in there, but we don't have the freight coming out of Florida to basically, because I mean, heck, almost what they said, like 30% of our fleet at Prime is actually from Florida. So
Florida loves us.
Exactly. Apparently there's no other trucking company in
the
Florida.
next 5-10 years, I'll have a terminal out that way.
Exactly.
Probably
right.
in Georgia though.
Yeah.
They don't love you that much.
No. They want to build in swampland. So like they are in the works right now of looking for property. They settled it down. They had a few different areas what they were looking for, but right now they have settled to where they're looking for land in the Atlanta area, and we're going to be having another terminal that's going to be popping up down there. So I'm not sure if it's going to be a terminal that has training, but I would assume so.
Yeah.
What kind of money if you train?
After that.
What kind of money if you train? Lease versus company? Can you discuss the money?
Don't have a problem discussing the money.
Nope, I don't got no problems discussing money. So what kind of money if you train? So if you train, depending on what type of training you do, it's either instructing or if you're doing the TNT side.
Right.
As the PSD instructor side,
start on the lease side of it.
Well, guess was it $400? Yeah, $400. So the lease side, $400 a week for having that student on your truck instructing them. And that obviously is pre-CDL. So $400 a week plus on top of whatever revenue that you're actually getting by going out there and running with the student. Whenever you come back to test them out, which is you can test them out in one of 3 locations, whether it be Salt Lake, Springfield, or Pittston. So if whatever you end up testing out at, you'll go there, you'll work with them on the pad to get them into the skills test for the backing. And then when they go to test, they get, their trifecta bonus, which is all 3 of your tests.
We probably should have started on the company side.
Yeah, because so all of the, so pre-trip, backing, and road, all 3 of those tests are given at the same time. So, right after another. But all of them together.
Yeah, see, you do the engine while you do this.
Properly not secured, not cracked or broken. But if they pass all 3 of those, what was it? They get the was it not 14? Was it 1465 or something like that?
Yeah.
So
you get 875 plus an extra 600 on top of that.
Exactly. Now, and that's what you get for a trifecta bonus. Now, if they don't pass the first time, it just goes down like another $175 every time that they go to test. So each individual test, you get a bonus for if they passed it the first time. So say if they passed the pre-trip, but they didn't pass the backing, you're still going to get the bonus that they passed the pre-trip, but you're going to get that after they actually pass the entire whole gauntlet of things. But
if you play your cards right, you're looking at, and now as a rundown, as a company driver, instead of a 4, you're making a 3, and then we make the 875 if they pass the test in the first shot.
Right.
If you're smart as a lease op, if you're smart, you're going to pick this guy up in the first place. So by the time you come back, he kind of has the idea of how to back, how to do this, how to do, you know what I mean? Like how to do his pre-trip, how to back, how to drive. And the biggest thing that you should focus on is your backing.
True.
You know what I mean? Like he should know how to pre-trip and drive before you even think about going back to the yard. You know what I mean? Like to test out.
Right.
Then if you play your cards right, man, like you try to come back and test out on a Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, so that way you get the 1475 plus the full 400 for him, so that's 18.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, plus if you came in on any trips. So if you come in, let's say Saturday or Sunday, you know what I mean? Like, and test out by Wednesday, you came in under a couple of trips. So you got the trip plus the 1875. Right. You know what I mean? Like, there's money, and that's just on the PSD side of it. Yeah. That's not even getting into the training.
Now, after they've passed, so you get that money, then you're going to go. Ideally, they want you to take them TNT. There are some people that do just primarily PSD, and then they hand them over to a TNT trainer. Or there are some people that take them all the way through. Now, whenever you go out there on the road with that student or with that trainee, now you're going to start running as a team. You're going to essentially the team in training, whether the team in truck, TNT. It's team and truck. There's so many different of those
versions of it.
But basically, you're going to go out there. You're going to run it like a team, and you're going to be teaching them the ins and outs of the business side of it. So dealing with customers, different types of backing, how to slide the tandems, how to get your weights right, load securement if you're with the flatbed, and load securement whenever you're doing with the reefer as well, like the load bars.
Load locks.
That sounded like a real flatbedder too. But going through all that. So now what that student is at that time is a B seat. So that's a TNT is you're a B seat. So whenever you've completed the 30,000 miles, which 30,000 miles is a minimum.
Yes.
So you can end up doing.
That's where we talk about where you're at.
Exactly. So 30,000 miles, if you agree that they can actually run the truck by themselves, if the fleet manager agrees and everything like that, they get brought in, they go through what's called upgrade, which is going from a B seat to an A seat. Now, when they go to a B seat to an A seat and they take their first load solo, you get a $500 bonus. Now, when that student stays for 6 months, you get a $300 bonus. And when they stay for a year, you get another $300 bonus. So you have residuals coming in once you start getting a few students under your belt and everything like that.
But if you take them all the way through, you're not seeing residuals. But as a lease operator too, if you come in and you pick a new one up, so you drop this one off the upgrade, and within the first 5 days of being back to upgrade them, they throw in another 500 on top for picking up your first one. So you're getting the 4 and the 5. So you're making almost 1,000 to drop that one off and pick a new one up.
If you actually pick up one within 48 hours?
And again, that's on the lease side of things.
If you end up picking up somebody within 48 hours, it's actually an additional $1,000.
Is it? I thought it was. Yeah. I thought they said it was 5 days.
No, if you pick up one within 48 hours, you get another $1,000. So the thing is, Prime. I don't look at Prime as a reefer company. We don't look at Prime as a flatbed company or a tanker company. Prime is a training company. That's the way I look at it. Because the thing is, obviously, because you're more biased. But I mean, that's a breakdown of the money on the lease side. Now, the company side is a little bit different. Essentially, a lot of it's the same, especially when it came to the PSD side. But instead of $400 a week, we get $300 a week, and whenever they trifecta, it's $875. But then that's why on the PSD side, it's more geared towards the company guys, I believe. And we're starting to try to train that because we want to try to get more lease operators in to do the PSD side.
I said, if I was the lease op, I would definitely train my own student. I wouldn't take somebody else's garbage. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not saying that every student is garbage, but I know what I trained you. I taught you how I want you to run this truck, what I want you to do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm spending extra time with you. Like, I'm not trying to get you in and out. We're going to spend about 3 weeks out on the road, or up until the points where I believe that when you graduate, we gone. You know what I mean? Like, we can run team. So many people spend their first week or two with their student, you know what I mean? Like doing like super solo loads.
Right.
Well, you could have got paid $400 a week to do that.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, but you mad because I don't have time to do that. And
Right.
It's like, well, then you obviously didn't utilize your time well while you were on the road. You know what I mean? Like, so I would have taught them everything I could up to a certain point. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be too worried. I want them to have the foundation of checking in with shippers and receivers.
Right.
When we get into TNT, yeah, sure, we'll focus heavily on that. But I need you to know how to work your logs. I need you to know how to trip plan. You know what I mean? Like, I want you trip planning on our way back to Springfield. I want you trip planning how we're going to get from point A to point B.
Bingo.
You know what I mean? Like, so that way when we get back there, I know that when you pass, I take a small hit for sitting on this pad maybe, but I know when you pass, I'm going chasing that bigger money.
And honestly, essentially at the last couple of weeks of having that TNT on your truck, they should be doing everything. It should be basically damn near running it like it's a solo truck. Like they need to be doing everything from trip planning to dealing with the customers to paperwork, log, everything.
They should be telling you what you need to be doing.
Exactly.
Like you should be acting like the dummy. They should be acting like the trainer.
Very true. But that's basically kind of a breakdown of the money side of it. And the thing is, once you get, especially if you're doing the PSD side, you start getting students taken care of and everything like that, and you're getting the residuals back. Like that's where a lot of the money ends up coming through as long as you stay consistent with it. There's definitely quite a bit of money to be made with the training program at Prime. I know I can't complain. I know you can't complain.
I know because on the TNT side for lease, you're paying them $900 a week. You know what I mean? Like to help you run that truck. You know what I mean? Like and generate revenue.
No, that's a little like the way that they say that is that you're paying them $900. The way that it looks like on paper, yes, but Prime is also compensating you for the fact that you're paying them $900. Like it's going to your truck, but then it's coming.
Bro, the amount of money you're paying them, like what you would have to pay me to run that truck, you're not even fucking close.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like so, it's not a lot of it's money out of your pocket, but the money that they're putting back into your pocket, you know what I mean? Like, come on,
it compensates it.
Let's be real about this.
But that's basically the money breakdown of company and lease when it comes to training. And
well, on the company side, though, they subtract money from out of your paycheck. So it's still like you're paying them at the start of it, and then you're hitting team bonuses along the way. So the more mileage you get, you know what I mean? Like the more money they put back into your rate.
True.
So
like that's basically
the whole side of all of that, of training money.
Yeah.
Money.
But that is one thing that I suggest to people is like get into the training game, especially at Prime. Like that's where you can make some really decent money. It says it seems like with ports shut down in Cali, it seems like there would be a lot of kinds of freight coming out of Florida. The thing is,
don't forget China's trying to pay to widen the Panama Canal so they can skip Cali.
Yeah. So the thing. Prime has a lot of established accounts. The thing is, what we pull primarily out of Florida is going to be either Tropicana, which obviously orange juice, Tropicana, Naked Juice, which is all under Tropicana's deal, or we're going to pull out Coca-Cola. That's basically the only, and Floral, and Floral out of Miami or Pearson. That's really the only thing that we're going to be pulling out of Florida. Now, flatbed, like what are you guys normally pulling out of Florida?
Sailboat fuel,
air. So you guys see, most of the time, like if you're a company driver, or if not, you say you're a company driver, if you're any driver that's going to go in there to drop anything in Florida or deliver anything in Florida, you're normally going to be deadheading, I would say, probably up into Georgia to get a meat load and getting the hell out of there.
We pick up out of Daytona and Tampa. There's a steel plant, but there's not always a guarantee that that's taking you anywhere. Mm-hmm. I spent a 2.5 weeks in Florida running out of Daytona.
Oh, wow.
We took a load out to like Sweetwater, shot over to Tampa, shot over to Tampa, and then one more to get us out of there to come back.
You're like, what the fuck can I leave?
Hey, I loved it, man. Like a lot of people hate them short mile loads, man. I love them.
Well, because if you get in there as soon as possible, you're basically stacking these loads.
Right. A mile adds up no matter what you do, man.
So it would hurt to shove a peg leg. I talked to OEs as well. I'm just stating from a different. I'm pretty sure you meant stating from a different opinion. I understand it.
What did he say?
So he's talking about the manual to automatic deal. So it would hurt to shove a peg leg. But I talked to OEs OEMs as well. He put a capital M. OEMs as well. I just starting a different opinion. Yeah, I get it. The thing is, you're entitled to your opinion. So am I. But Jeffrey Huff, he's going to go to Springfield, so he's going to be here August 15th.
You said 15th.
Because it said September up here.
He's going with Tennessee.
So he's going to be with Tennessee Flatbear. He's a good dude. He's a friend of ours. He's going to get you trained up really well. Is scheduled to be my trainer. Going to treat it like I did basic training in 92. That's exactly the way you got to come in there with that mentality, man. You're coming in there not knowing anything, but you're going to end up leaving out with a CDL. That's exactly the way you got to look at it. And then Slip Dog down here. Slip Dog down here says, "Motherfucker better pass." The thing is, and that's that you start getting kind of frustrated when it comes to the students, especially trying to pass them for the first time. The problem with this is, there's a lot of people don't take into. There's a lot of things that people don't take into account when it comes to test anxiety. This is a very real thing. You're talking about something that you've prepped them. They're doing great. They could do all the maneuvers perfectly. You put them in a test setting. You tried to simulate the test setting as much as what you can. But the thing about it is that they're still seeing that person with the red polo, with the clipboard, that it's messing them up.
Clipboarditis.
So the thing is, they may mess up on a straight line, not a straight line, but they may mess up on a parallel. They may mess up on an alley dot, or they may mess up on the drive. This is stuff that's going to happen. So the thing is, whenever that student does happen to fail with that, don't be like, man, you should pass, motherfucker. Like, what the hell? And no, I wouldn't even take them out that day and work with them, because the thing is, they're not going to retain anything because they're upset with themselves. So bring them in the next day, put them through everything again, and I guarantee you they will pass everything again. And then you put them onto the test. And as long as I want my students, I tell them that I want you to get the fuck it mode. And that's what I call it. I want you to get the fuck it mode going on. The fuck it mode to me is basically, this is going to happen or it's not. That's the mentality you got to come into it with. It's going to happen. If it happens, if it happens. If it don't, it don't. And I'm telling you, once you hit that mentality, everything ends up being smooth. It's so like the rescue swimmers have a saying that for when they go to rescue somebody, right? Because when they go to rescue somebody that's drowning, they're flailing all around, and you got to try to control the situation, right? How you control the situation is the attitude in which you enter the water. So it's how the attitude of what you enter that test that's going to control that situation. If you're going blah and they're blah, the test is blah, it's not going to happen. But if you're going in there calm, cool, and collected because you look at it as another day of practice, it ends up working out just great. What would you say?
That's the big thing that I try to teach is there's levels that don't give a fuck. Like it's easy for, as an instructor, it's easy to say that, right? Like, man, you just can't care. And I get it. Like, you came here, you need the license, you need this, you need that. But that need is outweighing your education.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not paying attention. Like, when something goes wrong, you're like, oh, man, I can't afford this, I can't that.
Failure's not an option, man.
Right, failure is always an option, man. Like, one of two things will happen on test day. You will pass or you will fail. Failure is always an option. So the sooner you let go of fearing the failure, because almost everybody that we come in contact with can guarantee you a license, right? All you got to do, so there's no need to worry about if you get this license or not. You're going to get it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, you just have to do the things you need to do to do that. And you learn how to do that by making the mistakes. And it's a mental game. This is way more mental than it is physical.
True. Very true. But yeah, that's our little tidbits from two guys, especially definitely more veteran instructor than what I am. But
shit, I learned everything I know from him.
Shit. You learned more from Weimer. But Slip Dog says, appreciate the info. Not a problem, man. That's what we're here for. That's what we do. It says, don't be intimidated by the shirt and the clipboard. Own them. Good point. Right. Hey, do me a favor. Hand me that magazine over there.
Follow me, bitches.
So,
you gonna get into this nonsense.
I got to do something. I got to give a little bit of a shout out to Prime Ways Magazine. And so Prime Ways Magazine is a magazine that Prime has that you can actually view it online. You can go into Prime's actual website where you would go to actually do the application and go under Prime News and click on Prime News. And there's a link under there for the Prime Ways Magazine. They're doing one this year, this issue is obviously the cover on it is the Hall of Fame, because we did get the TCA Hall of Fame award for companies to drive for. So that is a really big deal when it came to.
We started the Hall of Fame.
Exactly. We're one of the first inaugural people to go into the Hall of Fame.
Because they can't keep giving us the award. They want somebody else to win.
Exactly. We've won it over and over and over.
Your award, man.
So, and this is obviously, take that with what you will. The fact that there's so many people that say Prime and Prime's won this award. And we're talking all across the industry. TCA said, hey, Prime is the large carrier. We've won it every year for best fleet to drive for. So, I mean, it's definitely a place that you want to be. But they did that. So that's a congratulations over to them. Also, you can see the driver referral program. That's also another way that you actually can make some really decent money out here. So, but yeah, let me take that off. See,
you can just turn it around now. You're done with that side of it.
That's a good point. But your driver referral program. So that's another good way of actually making money out here.
And keep in mind, that's why a lot of these cats do this YouTube stuff.
Good point.
You know what I mean? Like, that's why I respect like Tennessee. You know what I mean? Like you use him as a referral. He wants to train you. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of cats out there that get this referral money and aren't even a part of the PSD program.
Right.
Well, you hit their phone up when you get through orientation. You know what I mean? Like they stop picking up the phone. Like,
yeah.
I've heard that about a lot of different people. And that's super disrespectful.
But
so be careful who you trust.
Yeah, definitely.
But it is a good way to make some money.
It is. Won't lie about it. And the thing is, if you end up using one of us as a referral, which I actually put Justin's referral code into the description on this live, if you decide that you want to do that, hey, that's great, man. Hey, we appreciate it. But at the end of the day, we want you to be successful. And whatever you got to do to be successful, you got to come out here freaking do it. So they did a little bit of a spread in this month's Prime Ways Magazine, basically like a veterans deal. They did 4 veterans. They interviewed us and they put us into the magazine. So PrimeTimeFitz has made the magazine. Check that out. That's pretty cool. I think I like that. It looks like I'm riding on the back of a huge truck. But you can see the transition from skinny Fitz to fat Fitz. It's a chin transition. But they did that. They did it for myself. They also did it for what's her name? I was going to say Amber Allen because I'm not going to try to pronounce that first name. But Prime also employs, out of our fleet that we have around 8,500 drivers, 2,500 of them are U.S. military veterans. So we hire quite a few veterans, and also Robert Lowe, our CEO and founder, is also a Marine Corps veteran. So this is a veteran-owned company, and he is all about the vets. And then we also have Jason Worth, one of our other instructors that are out there on the pad.
Look at that tweet.
We got him. And then we also got a Brian Brogdon. Yeah. Another Navy vet that's out here as a driver. But Prime does this, man. Like they're all supportive of the veterans and everything like that. They really are. But if you want to definitely come on out, it's a blast. But let's see here. What's up, fellas? I started driving a Freightliner with an 8-speed manual with a high and low splitter today. Ooh. And the double clutch thing is kind of weird. It is. It was hard. It's weird to get used to.
8 though. 8 is even harder.
Yeah. I had an 8 when I went to Freimiller.
Yo, them's is I did it in a dump truck. Yo, fuck that.
That's weird.
8-speed with a low.
Yeah.
Like, bro, the amount of times I came out It went all the way over.
All the way over, and you're like,
oh no. Shit.
What happened to those 2 extra gears?
The hardest part about double clutching too, man, is like if you've driven a clutch in a car, like it's And again, like, hey, float them. Like the only time you've ever had to really double clutch is like when for your test. Like,
True.
Like how often did you double clutch after you got your license?
Never. I floated.
Yeah.
I floated a lot.
Learn to float them 8, bro.
And the thing is, we really didn't start even doing. I had to learn basically because we did evaluations for our examiners. And we basically act like we're students to help recert them.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to learn how to do the double clutch again. And I was like, wait a minute, like thinking of like the whole.
I went back.
Was it Addams Family? Like da 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 da. It's like in, it's just, out, in.
It's just, how long did you drive a stick for?
I drove a stick for the first year that I was here.
The whole year?
Actually, almost a year and a half. So I didn't get and the first time that I got an automatic, it scared the piss out of me because when I first got in, I put it into drive because I've been so used to basically coasting into that parking spot by just taking my foot off the accelerator and putting it in the clutch.
Right.
There's no clutch. So I was like, oh, shit. So it's like foot hit the ground. I'm like, oh, shit. And slam on the brake.
Yeah, the start got me too.
And the brake was also.
Every time you went to go start the truck, shit.
And I hand would always be resting on the shifter as I went down the road. So I would be like this, and I'll be like, shit, no, it's not there.
It was the hardest thing to get used to, that is for sure.
Or I missed my fidget spinner, the high-low, like going down the road, just, and it's like, that's not there no more. So now I just got to do stuff with my fingers. It's weird. So, but yeah, that's fun. Like, but the going from a 10 to an 8 when they put me, because when I went to Fry Miller, because I left Prime for like 2 weeks and I came back. But when I left Prime and went to Fry Miller, they had me in a T650 to do my practice, to do my road test that basically showed that I could drive with a manual. And when they told me it was an 8-speed, and I was like, whoa, 8-speed? I'm used to 10. I'm like, 8-speed is probably easy. So there's a couple times that we go do the shift. I'm shifting. I'm like, hey, can I float? They're like, yeah, you can float. I'm like, okay, cool. Threw it into that freaking oh shit.
I've been in the truck where he floated gears. There was not.
You've been in the truck whenever I floated gears on a bobtail that I hadn't done in a while.
It was not pretty.
It still worked.
Yeah, you got it in gear. Yeah. Hey, that did happen. But double clutching ain't as hard as you think, man. And the biggest thing to do is find that spot where it engages.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, man, you just barely have to go past that to shift the gear.
Exactly. Like almost open the door and shut the door.
The biggest problem for most people is that they push it in too far, and then that timing is just
that
off.
Clutch brake.
Right. Well, it's not even the clutch brake. Like the time that it takes you to push down, like, you know what I mean? Like out and then push that deep again. Like your timing is also, you know what I mean? Like you took so long to actually do it that your RPMs fell. You know what I mean? Like, and you missed the gear. So that's the hardest part about it. But once you find that sweet spot and just practice kind of getting in and out of that, and again, get into floating. Like, unless you're taking a test, you don't need to.
Yeah, when I first learned how to float, when I saw my fleet or my manager, well, my trainer, and he was driving down the road, and I see him both feet on the ground, and he's and I'm like, wait a minute, whoa, your foot didn't even touch the pedal. You didn't even touch the clutch.
That's illegal.
Hold on, you didn't teach me this. And he was like, no, because you have to double clutch for the test. Fuck the test. If I can just do that shit like that, I'm like, fuck, I can make this shit smooth as a motherfucker.
Did you have the same dude all the way through?
Yeah. Good old Steve Clevenger had him all the way through. And
how did he tell you how to float?
It really was. I just picked it up because I watched him. But he really didn't tell me this whole floating deal. I asked him, he's like, just as soon as it comes out, go right down into the next gear. And I'm like, really? And I'm like, so I had pressure on it. And as soon as I come off the accelerator, I'm like, motherfucker.
Believe it or not, like the hardest thing is to get your foot off of it. So the guy who trained, I had 1 day of TNT. And the guy who did it, like he was teaching me how to float, and the big like it made sense to me when he said it.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't use the clutch.
Yeah,
like it's the same. Like floating is the same as double clutching. You're not using the clutch.
Yeah.
So it's boom, boom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like because you can't go
out in. Yeah.
So as you come off the fuel, normally your foot's going in on the clutch. So as you come off the fuel, you pull out on it and it goes in. And then
I worked with acoustics, so what I listened to is the engine. So I really didn't even look at the RPM.
Right.
I knew that because I always knew what a semi truck sounds like whenever you're going down the road.
That was one of my big teaching habits.
Like that. I remember that. So I'm listening to it as I go down the road, like I remember that.
Believe it or not, man, that for me that was one of like I used to tell all of my students when we were teaching how to shift that you know what I mean? Like you've been teaching yourself how to shift since you were a kid.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. Like even when you were a little kid pretending to drive truck, what was it?
Exactly.
Like it gets longer the higher the gears go up.
Exactly. So I remember my grandfather like driving with my grandfather, listening to how that Caterpillar, like the way it sounded. Exactly. So
look at the quay
goes up. It's just like that out in. It's just like I missed that. But yeah, you'll get, believe me, man, it seems really daunting in the beginning, but it's really not that difficult. Especially it's just tap tap. It's not.
Right. The biggest mistake is pushing that clutch into.
Exactly. You really only got to put like literally like just a little like that's it.
Throw it in first. Start to come off the clutch a little bit. See when you start moving, or like even keep your foot on the brake. Release the clutch. Feel when the power starts. Push it back into you feel that power stop, and that's as far as you have to go to actually double clutch. What
I realized too, which was really cool, was my biggest fear whenever I came into it, because I remember I learned how to drive a manual like my grandfather taught me. The thing was, I knew that whenever I come off the clutch, I got to put gas into it. When I realized I didn't have to do that from a dead stop.
Oh yeah. When
I did realize I didn't have to do that from a dead stop, when you're going into a semi, I'm like, hold on, I don't have to put pressure on the accelerator. He's like, no, just basically take your foot off the clutch. And I'm like, you can do that for the first almost in gear 6.
Yeah. I mean, like I've never applied fuel. Like I've always let the clutch out, felt it go, kept the foot on the brake, feel it go. You know what I mean? Like come off the brake, ease into it, and from that on, we're gone.
Yeah.
Never really applied fuel in that aspect. Burn your clutch up pretty quick too.
Let's see. Fitz, you're not fat, you're fluffy. Well, thanks.
No. Fluff enough again.
Clutch, neutral, gas, clutch. Yep. Oh, fuck gear. Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
yeah, you forgot.
Wait a minute. Wait. Grind it till you find it. There it is.
That's
selector.
The hard part with the truck versus a car is like speed to RPMs is a real thing, man.
Mechanic told me not to rest your hand on the shifter because it will damage the tranny. The fuck you know?
Huh. That's the first I ever heard of that.
Yeah, I've heard that shit before, but I'm like, how the fuck is that going to affect it? It's like, because the way they teach you is like, it's how your hand, like the rotate of your hand and everything like that, how you go your hands over the top of the shifter. Like how I taught my students was like this, right? So they would forget to go all the way back over to 6. So whenever you're all the way down over here in 5 and you go to hit the selector, rotate your hand and then up, over.
Right.
Like that's how it's one of your basically you're not going to earn this and this and this.
What does that have to do with keeping your hand on the shifter? Just out of curiosity.
I'm
trying to see where this is going.
My hand's always on the shifter because like it's preparing for the next gear.
Right. And they come quick. Like them first come quick. So
but,
you're not really on it. But I can see like I guess if your weight is on it, you're pushing down on the stick, which
right.
You're pushing in. I mean I can see again, I don't know.
I don't believe that mechanic. I'm just saying.
Anything's possible.
But I think we go ahead and get out of here. It's been
ready?
Yep. It's an hour and 14.
Well,
yeah.
Like we just got here.
I know, right? But we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, guys. We appreciate everybody getting in here. Remember hashtag tailgunner, man. And hashtag hire Timmy.
Please. Yeah.
Yep.
Damn, she came back.
Yeah, she came back with it. Hashtag tailgunner. Yes. We're gonna take it one more time. Take it off for the Weimer. We love you, buddy. So we're gonna go and get out of here. You guys drive safe and we will see you guys next week. We're out of here.
Later, Timmy.